Good morning, folks. Welcome to FYI to each and every one of you, wherever in the world you're joining us from this morning. It's such a privilege to have you guys here with us. As per normal, those folks who are joining us on Facebook, those of you who are on the tube with us this morning, all of our tubers, and those of you who might be joining us on LinkedIn, or joining us via Twitter, we welcome each and every one of you to our broadcast. We see you guys. Everett Leonard and Debbie Collins. Yvonne McDonald is here with us as well. And we got Everett Leonard and all the other folks who are joining us. Folks, take the opportunity, do that for us and share the live and smash that emoji button as well, good folks, so that others can get the broadcast as well. Valid, credible information. Please do that for us. Valid, credible information, and ensure, folks, that you partner with us as well. It's the last day of the month. Tomorrow is December 1st. Believe it or not, it is the first day. The first day, and then you got the second on Saturday, and then you got the third. It's a big weekend, folks. It's a big weekend. It's a big weekend. Tomorrow, the International Court of Justice is going to be handing down that decision on provisional measures as Ghana had requested against this referendum. I know we've said we're not necessarily against the referendum. It's the implications and what the referendum seeks to do. That is why we went before the ICJ. That's happening tomorrow. That decision is coming down tomorrow. Then we're into the first. We got some national events happening as the administration tries to drum up support. We're watching those things, good folks. Shauna, Fortune, and all the other guys joining us. Welcome to our broadcast. We are watching all things Guyana Venezuela border controversy, referendum, Venezuela referendum. We're watching those things. Shauna and Petal and all the other guys who are joining us. And sure, Lynn Fernandez is here as well. I like that very elaborate morning. Lynn, I like that. What do you call it? That sticker. Godfrey Montaigne, we see you as well. All the other guys who are joining us this morning. Great to have you folks here with us. Sean and Fortune and Lyndon Gill and all the look stickers that Sean is sending our way. Look, stickers. Folks, ensure that you utilize the stars feature on Facebook. Send us some stars. Those of you who can send us some stickers on YouTube, please do that as well. Those of you who can send us donations by other means so that we can keep moving forward, please do that also. So we can keep moving forward, of course. Jacqueline Johnson, we see you there. Jacqueline and Amanda Kendall and you beautiful folks joining us. Forbes and Lyndon Gill, Sharon, Murray. Sharon, I haven't seen you in a little bit. I haven't seen the name flitting by in the comment section. Guys, great to have each and every one of you with us. And as we come on this morning, valid and credible information, as always, good folks. Valid and credible information. It's another day. Good to be here with you, Eric Williams. Good to be here with you, Notley Harry, joining us from Brooklyn. Great to have you, Notley. Onessa Wardeen is here with us as well, and Sheena Hazel. Believe it or not, Eric Williams, who is joining us this morning, is watching us from Nashville, Tennessee. Wow. So far. Thank you so much, Eric and the whole family joining us from Nashville, Tennessee. How is it going down there in Nashville? What's the latest? What's the headline, the local headline? Eric, what's the local headline there in Nashville, Tennessee? One of the things that are happening in Nashville. Do let us know. Natalie Harry from Brooklyn. Natalie, what's happening at your end? What's a major headline at your end? Siobhan McDonald, how are things in New Jersey? Siobhan, what is a headline in New Jersey? Give us a headline. What are the news headlines specific to New Jersey? What is one of those things happening in New Jersey there? I know Sonia is out there in Maryland. Sonia in the Maryland press. What's one of those headlines there? Do let us know. In the Maryland press. Sabina Jacobs, good to see you on the live this morning. Paulette Barnes and Roxanne Kishan Sharma is here with us as well, and all the other folks. Let's get into it, folks. Let's go for a soft start this morning. After all of that heavy news last night and heart-wrenching, heartbreaking Let's make a soft start, right? A soft start. Kishan said we need a hotel and ticket donation to go see what uh, Bharat and Ali doing in Dubai with Guyanese money. Yeah, 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 true. True, in time we can get there. In time we can get there. We're able to book our own ticket and go and see and hear the nonsense they're talking. You know, when I was down there in Mabaruma, Region 1, I was approached by folks telling me I shouldn't film what the president is saying. He has his official media. Yeah. They say talk half and left half. Yeah, folks approach me. I shouldn't film what Ali is saying. Here you got a president of a country, installed or otherwise. But members of the public mustn't film what he's saying. Wow. Interesting. You see, because they go down there in Mabaroom and they talk one thing, they go in Region 7, they talk another story. Or if you're in Bankside, you go up in Region 3, they talk a different story. That's why they don't want you film and you understand what's happening. Debbie Collins, thank you so much. Technician Debbie Collins on duty. Debbie says she's hearing us loud and clear. Thank you so much for that, Debbie. Loud and clear. Arindon Cook, I think he's joining us from Brooklyn this morning. Edward Brooms joining us as well. Folks, should we be all so lucky? Like this young lady who is joining us from Masabo Village. Should we all be so lucky? And Lillian Elliott is 114. 114. In touch, Lillian. See, like some of us, right? Me, everybody, we got a turtle flesh. Kyle Baino, Tessa Isaacs, Graves Andy. Lillian recently turned 114. Folks, the times we live in are desperate times. Desperate times. We're not living to see 14. Much more 114. Can you imagine the things Lillian eyes have seen? Part of it's a lot of sorrow too, because you see a lot of people come and go in 114 years. The Lord has blessed Lillian like that. 114. Yeah. 114. President Carter, Jimmy Carter's wife was 96. He's 100. We showed you 106 yesterday, somewhere along the line. Masabo Village. This is one of our indigenous communities. I think this is Region 2. 114. Right? Somebody wants to know what kind of flesh. Linda, you know the whole story. Linda, you know the whole story. Linda Thomas. Yeah, let's tell Linda about this turtle flesh business. We got the cream too, you know. We got the cream too. We'll be exporting very shortly now. This young lady, as I said, is from Mosabo. Right? Yeah. Going strong too. I like to see old age like that. I would like to see big age like that. Right? No way on a bedridden, people can't, you know, fanning flies and you don't got no cognitive skills, but going strong. Right? 114 and you're giving them a run for the money. Giving them a run for the money. Yolanda's Farmers, David Wood, Carol Fordyce, 114. So happy belated birthday, Lillian Elliott. I find all Lillians got a certain character, a certain niceness about them. Eason Duke, should we be so lucky, Eason? Should we be so lucky, Desmond Harris, Sharon Mercurius? Be so lucky. Right? I'm sure part of Lillian's secret to longevity is not being involved in politics. I am absolutely sure part of Lillian's secret is touch the things in this world like me. Probably got no hatred in her, no malice, no bitterness. Maybe I want to. Who want to take the brown bag? Corrupt? Yeah, I can just mind my own business. Drink him a little hot water like Tabitha. How are you doing, Tabitha? Minding your own business. Sharon, I'm curious, what do you think is the secret of long life and strength? Health and strength, not just long life, but give me health and strength with it. Carl Forrest, what do you think is the secret of long life? Rastaman, Debbie Collins, Kyle Bino, what do you think is the secret? Right? Kyle Bino says it's turtle flesh, mixed with plenty elastic place. It is what it is. If it gets you to 140, let it be. Dear Lord, let it be. Rastaman, Irwin Don, Eric Williams is a clean heart. The secret to longevity is a clean heart. I agree with you there. I gotta be one of it. Irwin said, drink him a little coffee and goes, oh, Bougie life, won't get the coffee. Halfway to you. Forbes Medul says, bush tea. Oh God, I never said that. Bush tea. Secret to longevity, bush tea. Debbie Collins said, taking good care of yourself. True. Taking good care of yourself. True. Right? True. Wazim, good morning to Wazim Hasno. Good morning, Wazim. Good to see you there. What are you having for breakfast this morning, Wazim? Let us start on a light note. We can get involved in the rumble and tumble of the politics just now, but let me let me slow down and smell the coffee this morning. Right? Wazim going back to 33 is bigger than 32. Wazim, sometime in court cases is here the judge say time has overtaken some issues. Let's just move on, Wazim. Right? People going back to when this was banned and that was banned, and when Chelly was a boy and Janet did now come to Guyana, the blue-eyed Boji. Time has overtaken those issues, Wazim. Let me move on. Time overtake the court cases and who the right and if 65 bigger than 34 and all that. Wazim, don't let me detain ourselves there. Right? We got a border to defend. So, Lillian Elliott, thank you so much. 140. What's it you think we can live so long by? Yeah? If you add up your age and me age, watch him, you think we can make it? Right? Karen Muhammad said, you got to be thankful. You got to be thankful. Tessa Isaacs Graves Andy says, bush tea in Orlando, Florida. You can take the people out together, you can't take the gal out of the people. Bush tea in Orlando, Florida. Hit them with that, Tessa. Hit them with that in Florida. Good morning to all the other folks who are joining us. Rosanna, good to see you there. Right? Rosanna says, I ain't want to live so long. You know your deeds. Rosanna, you know your deeds. Right? Yes, you know your deeds. Good. Margaret says, Sherrod, some of them still on reel to reel. And as you flash drive, it's true. Some of them still, that's like Wazim. I think Wazim still in floppy drive. Wazim go to the companies, we're pushing this floppy. We are thumb drive mode. Wazim is really floppy thing there. Come, Wazim, time has overtaken some of those issues. You gotta move on. I can see Wazim with the big back TV. But ups, I ain't catching 28. I ain't catching Vera. I'm looking for Tommy Rhodes commentary. I ain't catching Vera slapping the big back TV. Come on. Time has overtaken some. Naturally, we once believed the earth was flat. And if you walk too far out, you could fall off. You see? You walk up by Dubai side, you could fall off. We got some stuff filtering in. I don't know what is it, some static. Like as soon as Wazim come. Like as soon as Wazim come. See now, kind of static filtering in. Huh? Soon was him come. We're going good. Soon was him show up. Static. Right? So I hope Wazim was able to recalibrate. In the 592 folks, some of the other things we're following, they're telling us they intercepted a boat with a lot of Venezuelans. We could only show you part. It's only so big the graphic is big. It's so big the graphic big. Right? A boat at Moruca with a number of Venezuelans is still coming forth. They hear about all this money we were drawing from the natural resource fund. Them people want to make a bread too. They want to eat food as well. So they come in. And of course, in that midst, you got some planted. Melanie Adams said, go back to bush tea. You see if you wake up with a good bush tea in the morning. That set you for the day, you know. Good bush tea. Was if you drink a little bush tea in the morning, you wake up using a soul. You were around with 65, it's bigger than 64. You know, 3 years back, the world is gone. 3 years back, we had artificial intelligence dominating the way it dominates now. You had 1 and 2 players. Now there's an explosion of artificial intelligence. Right? Was it still with 33 and 32? Get a calculator. You're going to wish bigger. Don't take me word for it. So this boat of Venezuelans, quite a number of them, you could start a small city here, intercepted at Moruca, and they're being processed. Whether that means they'll be given ID card to vote in 2025 general and regional election, we don't know, but it is what it is. Camille Cox of Region 6 is advocating as usual for merengue tea. Thank you for that brew you sent my way. Thank you so much. And you know, after Camille advocated strongly for merengue tea, I begin to see merengue all over the place. We're in Georgia at a Caribbean supermarket. What's a huge Caribbean supermarket in Georgia? And I saw merengue like never before. I said, maybe Camille onto something. There is method after all. Camille, there is method after all. I see Felon Anthony advocating for garlic, for ginger. I see my own story. Guava leaf and clove, very good. Guava leaf and clove, very good. But that's the first for me hearing that one. But thank you so much, nonetheless. Venezuelans intercepted, and they're being processed. Maybe the ID cards and birth certificates, so they're viable for 2025. Who knows? In this beautiful country of ours. Folks, it's the last day of November. We got December to contend with. We got the 3rd of December to contend with. The rest of the season, hopefully, and then it's 2024. And we're 1 year out of an election cycle, an election year. That's where we are. That's where we are. Don't come and tell me them at 24 and 34 and 63, 92 and 48. Folks, wherever you're joining us from, take the opportunity to share the light this morning. While some of us are out in Dubai, while some folks are out in Dubai, some folks are ensuring that their borders are shored up. And there's several reports of Brazil upping the security at its border. We saw this as a report out of international news agency Reuters, in particular, that Brazil is shoring up its border defenses. Then why fly out and left way? Fly out and leave us. Right? And it's not Brazil and Venezuela got this problem, and Venezuela is shoring up, visibly shoring up Karen Clark. What's happening on its borders? Marcia Jackman. Danny Abrams is recommending the little lemongrass, but I believe you there. Lemongrass is a staple. Like your own power, right? That's somebody Venezuela needs a good boiling out, as we say. Look, a good washing out. You take all this nonsense. You take to the 1899 and the 1966. A good washing out and boiling out. A lot of toxins in there. A lot of toxicity. Toxicity. You got to get it out of the system. Toxic. Boil them out. Akilash says soursop leaf. Folks, I had soursop in a can in Region 1. When I looked at it, I think it came in from Indonesia, which was Venezuela. I didn't drink it. 2 cans of it. Soursop. Canned. Like how you drink a can of Pepsi and Coke. Soursop. Look. Former President Granger had some ideas of how we could utilize all of these things we produce here and go as waste. Other countries far ahead of us, soursop. And at the bottom was some of the puree, or whatever they call it. Chilled nicely, it went down so smooth after a whole day on the Harima and Aruka River. Soursop. Brazil got some nice products too. Some nice products. You go let them, you get a whole variety of it. Pouring over the border, some nice products. You got a big sausage. What do you call it? The huge sausage, my Lord. Brazil is upping its security at the border while we're flying out to Saudi Arabia and Dubai with the natural resource funds. Flying out. Flying out. Margaret Nelson says last Christmas she saw pepper pot in a can. Well, I ain't going so far. Folks, nothing is sacred anymore. Breaks up. Nothing is sacred anymore. Pepper pot in can. Come on, folks. Behave yourselves though. Behave yourselves though. Nothing is sacred anymore. Antoine Nichols, Carla Brace, that's his thing self. Antoine, that's his thing self. Carla Brace. That's what created nice. All this fighting prevents this kind of a cross-cultural fertilization. Cultural mix of foods. Come on. Boil them out to forget all this nonsense. Some good Corolla bush, sweet sage, and so on. Boil out all this toxic nonsense. All this toxic nonsense. Boil it out to them. Give them some good lemongrass. Chased by some sweet sage. What else? Knock out all the impurities. Bring them back. Well, as you guys know, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, this is a body within the United Nations. Ipso facto, the thing speaks for itself, the name of it. You can file complaints with them, they investigate human rights violation. Well, they're visiting. They're visiting. And Prime Minister Mark Phillips, he's having a discrimination here. Enter Wazim. That's your cue, Wazim. That's your cue. Calabrese. Look, them posh people like Wayne Green. Wayne says it's baloney. You know them bushy people on the live. Calabrese, Wayne. Calabrese. It tastes better when you say Calabrese. Baloney. The bushy set, the bushy section. The bushy section. Rather mango say Guyanese and no pepper thing can. Don't come wrong with funny with that. Nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing. Huh? Folks, share the live. Wherever you're joining us from this morning. Please and thank you. Share the live and smash that emoji button for us. You understand? You got a discrimination here. Folks, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights had handed down a decision concerning mining operations. If my recollection is clear, this was at the Senaro. And there was another one that was handed down, I think, for Chinese landing, international bodies, saying that what was happening there was not right. Indigenous people have a right to these lands, but are being denied the opportunity of exploiting the mineral wealth beneath their feet. Government imposing miners on them, already treated like second-class citizens in their own country. Now further meant to feel even more diminished. Could you imagine this is your yard and you can't go in certain section? A man come and drill it and dig it. He said, you can't step the don't go over there. Don't go wrong, sir. And you're supposed to have exclusive jurisdiction, to use a legal phrase. Exclusive jurisdiction to go and come as you like. When somebody's imposed on you, like a town clerk in Linden, imposed on you. And the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights said the government was wrong to do that. And that certain legislation ought to be revised. Now the Aboriginal People's Act. Well, PM run out. Run out. Or did he swim out? One to the two. And say, we got a discrimination here. Folks, discrimination is not only racial. You know. It's not only racial. Sometimes it's systematic. It's economic. Because of who you support, how you perceive to vote. People say, no, you mustn't get this. I told you all recently, about 3 weeks ago, the deputy chair, the vice chair of Region 10, Mark Gorin, the Honorable Mark Gorin, vice chair of Region 10, we went into some communities, reverend communities in that region. Right? Hururu is one of them, Laudersville. And one man told me, cash grant sharing out. And he was told to his face, you support that, you can't get none. You have a right to, because you Guyanese. You fit the criteria. All the boxes are ticked, except the political one. He was told to his face, in this one Guyana country, you can't get none. Karen Hunt, Vashti Pollard, Candy Nelina and Najit, joining us from Corriverton. You can't get any, just because of perception. And that's a mistake we make all the time. Perceiving, because I'm Afro-Guyanese, I vote a certain way. Because I'm Indo-Guyanese, I vote a certain way. We gotta have an issues-based politics. And the policies that currently obtain working for us. What is your belief on taxes? What's your belief on big government? Corruption, nepotism. Where do you stand on green energy, climate change, issues, market-based economy? What have you? Where are you on education? On crime? We promised a crime prevention plan. Social welfare. No. Which party you vote for? Go determine what you get. And who gives it to you? Depends on who you support. Can dictate if you get a job in the private sector. Could you imagine? We got this national emergency, as it were. The government says what's happening on the border, this referendum, is an existential threat to Guyana. And members of parliament can't go into school and tell the children about the history of the 1899 Arbitral Award, the 1966 Geneva Convention. You can't get a job if you're a prominent member of the opposition and disagree with the government. People in the private sector would employ you. Public sector, worse yet. And Mark Phillips says we don't have no discrimination here. And the Ethnic Relations Commission wants to know why, and I must tell them why. Allegedly, I call him a house slave. Yeah, we don't have no discrimination here. We don't have any. Let us detain ourselves there. We don't have no discrimination. Folks, we spotted these, as they were called popularly, the David G buses. A number of them at the Wim police station, rotting away. I'm sorry I had to leave that story with Mark Phillips and the discrimination so abruptly. Sorry I had to leave it so abruptly. Let's turn our attention to these David G buses that have been relegated. Some of them to the Wim police station, rotting away. What is the crime of these buses? Were they procured by ill-gotten gains? Was there any financial scandal surrounding their acquisition? No. Nothing of the sort. They were gifts to former President David Granger. And he put them to use in his administration to take school children to and from school free of cost. Free of cost. And because they were a project of the last administration, all of that has been shelved and scrapped. Not because there is no need for it, not because it has been replaced by anything better, but because it was spawned by the last administration. Buses, boats, bicycles. If they could have taken back the bicycle from the kids, did they take it back? I saw a boat given to Region 7 rotting away under the Bartica stelling, relegated to obsolescence. Relegated. And in this compound, Wim police station, there are a number of buses. Just what? Rotting away. Michael Reed, Andrew Griffith, rotting away, my brother. Spurry Lee, Roxanne Garraway, Everett Leonard. You share the live yet? You don't think anybody should be interested in this? How the emojis look a little thin. Over 1,000 persons are watching us live at home here in Guyana, the national capital city we're broadcasting live from, and around the world. We would love others to get information. But we got no discrimination in this country, done. And I am bringing up a whole story. This has been in circulation right now. This was taken yesterday. Not even for the purpose of dispelling the nonsense, the house slave talking. Not even for that purpose, dispel the nonsense, the house slave talking. But he is saying one thing, and then the evidence to the contrary. All the discrimination in this country is not racial, it's not ethnic. Look and see who gets what, where the resources are going in this country. This is yesterday at the Wim police station. At the Wim police station, buses, maybe about 10 of them, just rotting away. You see? But we got a discrimination in this country. School children are being deprived of free bus ride to school, get home back in safety. I wonder if that young lady, Angel, was that her name? Life could have been saved. Getting into Campbellville, the school child who was knocked down by the minibus, spinal injury, bedridden. I wonder if her life could have been saved if she was being transported in a bus and transportation provided for her by the state like this, to and from school. Region 3 a couple months ago, police vehicle knocked down and killed a 12-year-old. Overtaking on the inside. The child was on the pedestrian crossing. You remember that? I wonder if her life might have been spared. Buses just rotting away. Why? Because they were conceptualized under the last administration. Folks, you ever wonder why we're so far behind? If every government comes in and of 30 things you had, they lash out 29, how are you going to develop a country like that? And I'm talking from both sides. If we do it, we wicked. If the other side do it, they're wicked as well. You can't build a country like that. You got to build on what your predecessors do. We got to build on it. You come in, State House paint in blue, you paint it in black. Office of the President, paint in white, you paint it in green. You can't build nothing like that. All an administration is going to be defined by is who paint what, in what color. How are you going to build something like that? Come on, folks. Right? But you see, we got the issues-based politics. We got might is right. Might is right. Look at these buses. Right? They're like farms, wild vine growing all over them. And that don't bother government. It don't bother Minister Onage, Mark Phillips, the Finance Minister Ashley Singh, or the minister within the ministry of the Office of the President of the something. It don't bother nobody. And a man can stand up and tell the UN, we got discrimination here. No. But y'all don't go wrong by Wim's side, eh? Don't go wrong by Wim's side. Buses rotting away. In any other country, Jesus, folks will be held accountable for this kind of wickedness, but not here. Right? People don't care. We can vote for y'all. Them not for rule we. Them not for rule we. Wickedness. We told you of the gruesome murder of Danielle, woman from Region 6. Naked body was found in a clump of bushes, multiple stab wounds. Well, the folks that were held initially in this investigation, they have been released. They have been cleared of any knowledge and participation in how this lady Danielle met her demise. Right? Danielle had a night out, and then she wasn't. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers with her family and friends. Suspects have been released. A town clerk is wanted in this upside down country. Right? So, the administration, through the local government commission, hoisted, put a town clerk on the Linden municipality. But the wise Mayor Sharma Solomon pushed back and pointed out how egregious this foolishness was. And now, the local government commission is advertising for a town clerk. They're coming the right way. This is what should have been done. This is what the law dictates. Custom and practice. Custom and practice. But not them boys. Them boys imposed a town clerk on the municipality. And then when called out, chided and reprimanded and rapped for their actions, then the correct course, and they're now advertising. They impose a person called Gasper. Now you will put Gasper to run a corner shop. If you know the character, there's not character. They got people who is character. But this character, you want to put him to run a corner shop, they want to foist him to be an impediment on the town council. He was campaigning against the people who won office. And because there's no discrimination in this country, they're going to impose him now. So you can't win through the ballot, but we're going to impose you to stymie the work of the town council, just like in Georgetown. They say, they ain't doing nothing. But they put a man to counteract everything they're doing. Then they can say, they ain't doing nothing. They're not working in the interest of the people. That's what they're going to say. Look at some of what the mayor of Linden, His Worship Sharma Solomon, told us yesterday on this very issue. Take a look first.
Yes, good morning to each and every one of the residents and all those listening to this first statement. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the municipality of Linden to express once again our concerns of the handling of the appointment of a town clerk for the town council of the people and the municipality of Linden. The Mayor and Town Council of Linden, we are responding to the local government's commission now backpedaling to advertising for the position of town clerk for Linden. This after the condemnation of their imposition of the town clerk on November 9th, 2023. This now leaves the community without a town clerk. The Mayor and Town Council of Linden would like to express our grave concerns regarding the position of the local government commission, which has caused the Linden Mayor and Town Council to be placed in a position of uncertainty after the imposition, which was strongly condemned by the commission, and the now backpedaling on the appointment of the town clerk. It must be remembered that on the 9th of November 2023, the commission identified without procedures to involve the council and the town clerk of the people of Linden for a town clerk of the town of Linden. The town council objected to this. The council subsequently saw correspondence from the commission asking for the council to advertise for the position of town clerk. We firmly believe that this decision undermines the authority and the autonomy of the council in matters pertaining to the appointment of the key advertisement of the administrative positions within this municipality. It is important to emphasize that the local government commission should respect and adhere to the democratic principles and the process and the procedures outlined for the appointment of a senior staff of the council, such as town clerk. The council has the responsibility to ensure that such appointments are made in accordance to the established guidelines and regulations, taking into consideration the best interests of the community. We see this being deviated from by the commission. The council would like to acknowledge the valuable contributions made by all those who played their part in the council over the years and the tenure that they have served, but let them know that the process is now open for them to become town clerk, as it is now open for everyone to be given the opportunities to submit applications, to have that fair chance to come through a process, vetted, to become our town clerk. We appreciate that the commission have adhered to these concerns, and we are appreciative that in that adhering to those concerns, the process is now open for everyone to apply for the position of town clerk. With respect to the resignation of the former town clerk, which gave rise to this situation, the council at the duly conducted statutory meeting decided that the file containing previous applications be revisited and selected to a suitable candidate to fill that and those vacancies. That the process commences, that is applications shortlisted, scheduling of interviews, etc., and the most suitable candidate to be selected. That was our second position. And that is the position we hope the commission is prepared and have accepted that they're prepared to move in. That the commission have accepted this second position, which is that the process commences, that applications, shortlisting, scheduling of interviews, etc., and the most suitable candidate be selected. Our correspondence from the commission of last Friday have asked that the council engage in this exercise, which in itself is an acceptance by the commission that the town of Linden is without a town clerk. The unilateral shifting of designation is worrying and is cause for concerns. The local government's commission's handling of this matter is a blatant indication that the commission is not concerned with the rule of law, and it is prepared to disrespect and disregard the Constitution and take decisions which are politically aligned and which is directly dictated by the People's Progressive Party government. The commission, like the council, ought to be autonomous and ensure that all the requirements, and it is act in fairness and to ensure the transparent and unbiased manner in the execution of its duties are conducted. The council submit that when the commission acts in the way that it did, it is bringing questions into the functioning and the action of how they are going about the employment of substantive persons to act as town clerk. Particularly when the commission has removed the council from the entire process. How can we trust this sort of behavior when you are appointing and when condemned, you're backpedaling to then ask that the process be open for all to appoint, to be applied in terms of their applications. At the moment, the commission is foisting an unwanted employee and an unwilling employer. The courts through the world have ruled in favor of council's position on this matter. the Commission's actions on this matter continues to erode public trust and confidence in the Commission to act fairly and transparently. It is ludicrous to openly appoint someone who is a main political rival to the elected members of a council to be acting in a manner that this Commission have said that we have no town clerk, but to have such a political imposition acting on behalf of the people of this town without no substantive functioning. Such actions will give rise to toxic environment, and as the clerk will not be able to carry out the lawful, legitimate decisions of the council. In light of this fact, that the appointee continues to operate as a key political operative of the People's Progressive Party in the municipality, what this commission have done is to bring disrepute to this council in ensuring that statutory officers are non-partisan and will act in the best interest of this town. What this commission have done is to cause such appointment to bring the commission and that appointee into question as to the motives and their actions on behalf of the council and the people of Linden. We call upon the Local Government Commission to reconsider its unilateral action and engage in meaningful dialogue with the council to address this matter in a manner that upholds transparency, accountability, and respect for local governance structures. The Mayor and Town Council of Linden remains committed to the fulfilling of our mandate to serve the residents of our municipality with integrity and diligence. We are dedicated to upholding the principles and to ensure the good governance and ensure that the decisions affecting our community are made through the inclusiveness and participatory process. We urge all stakeholders to support the position advocated for a fair and transparent approach in the appointment of the administrative officers within this local government organ, the Linden municipality. These actions have caused significant delay in the works of the council and to the people of Linden, where, were it not for the prudent oversight by this council and what the commission action was, without strong condemnation, the council would have engaged in legal action a week ago with someone not being our town clerk to take legal actions on behalf of the people of Linden, only to find later we have no town clerk according to the commission. I thank you very much. I want to also just say, as I'm on this conversation, that the commission in its action by the appointment and recognizing that in that appointment, the mistake was made in the oversight when that appointment was done as an imposition, backpedaling with strong condemnation. In that backpedaling, they've now recognized we need a town clerk. How do you then get to a town clerk? We are asking that the next senior position in the council take that post until the position of town clerk is filled through the process advertised by the commission.
Yep, you heard it there from the mayor himself. That's the situation. I like to hear Charles speak, always with such clarity and boldness. Always with such clarity and boldness. Right? Folks are talking about song. Folks, you getting song? I see somebody saying song. You're not getting any song? Song, guys? How the song doing us? Are we there, folks? Are we there? Are we there? Calbino, they've built a temporary platform that is going to continue the building of the new Demerara Harbor Bridge, which is expected to be a 4-lane bridge to the tune of how many millions and billions? You know, that's what we're talking now. 260 million US dollars. To the tune of 260 million US dollars. And is expected to be a 2.65 kilometers long carriageway. Again, on 4 lanes, and they've just put in this platform. They just put in this platform. All right. Good luck to the guys on that end, getting it done. Good luck to the guys at that end, folks. On that note, as we approach the end of our program, there was a program on yesterday. I think it was virtually. Again, dealing with, if I'm not mistaken, this amplification of our cause on the border and allied issue, our territorial sovereignty, such and so forth. We saw the Minister of Youth and Sport in this country. He was apparently part of this meeting too. But his he had a different Ghana map. Folks, we can't make up these things, He had a different Ghana map on his lapel. You see? I have a blemish here. He got it. Folks, you can't make up these things in this country. Right? We're a little upside down in this country. We're a little upside down in this country. I hope he's not too emotionally distressed after this. In this country, we accept a lot. We accept a lot. And the minister's a gift. It's a never dull moment. Right? Never dull moment. Kyle Bino, Joel Ward, never dull moment with this minister. Never. Never dull moment with him at all. Diane Abrams side, the map upside down. Yolanda Thomas says sound. I don't know if it's song reasoning or it's sound. The map upside down. Folks, this is a country, though. Martin Carter said, we don't have a country, we got a civilized plantation. Might have been right. He's a whole minister, The flag upside down. The flag upside down. Kamal Prasad, I know you'd never wear your map like that. You'd never wear your map upside down. You'd never. But you got too much pride in country, patriotism, such and so forth. You wouldn't do that to us. You wouldn't put us out there looking anyhow. Right? Because you are someone who care about appearances. Right? You care about how you look. You care about how things look. You wouldn't do that to us. Some people, Some people not like that. Neon Harding. Right? Neon Harding. Speaking truth to power. Rihanna Mingo says something wrong, Sherrod. Well, where we going to start? Rihanna says something wrong. It's one thing. It's a number of them. Where are we going to start? That are some of the things we're looking at this morning, folks. As we wrap up, some of the other issues we focused on. Right? Some of the other things we focused on. Oh, we got the wrong text for the first one. My Lord, this is not Dr. Jagger by any means. Not Dr. Jagger. Let's skip to the second one. We're still following the story of Charomani Tulsi, young lady also known as Anita, the Mahika accountant that was murdered. They said a close friend now is in police custody, and those persons who were arrested, I think 3 persons were arrested initially, they have been released. A close friend is now in police custody. This young man out of Strathspey Secondary School who lost his life, and whose account we ended our program last night. I couldn't go on from there. Apologies for the way we ended last evening. But his mother wants justice, right? Mark, Harry, Paul, his mother wants justice. She says she's satisfied with how the head teacher at Strathspey Secondary is handling the matter. She isn't satisfied at all. Yeah, we got to rectify that. You know, the ministry says they're investigating. And some other news, folks. Demerara Bank, always progressive. I like them. Progressive. They're now upping their game technologically. Right? They're now partnering with a cloud computing company to speed up what they're doing. I like that. I like that. You know, too much of this country is analog in a digital age. Too much of this country. And we got to move it forward. So I like when I hear Demerara Bank talking about managing their data, improving their customer interface virtually. Some of the things that you go in the bank to ask questions on, you should have a virtual AI that could manage those things for you. We got to pick up the whole NIS and carry them to different states in the US to help sort out, you know, people who live in those areas, you guys who live in the diaspora, issues with NIS. And after we had a mouthful to say on that, we saw the publish that you now can interface with them via WhatsApp and WhatsApp chat and WhatsApp video. Wow. Oh, wow. After we had a mouthful to say, right? Almost every problem you have now as a small business, as an individual, as a citizen, has already been solved in some other country. But you got to go and line up at some ministry. People treat you and talk to you anyhow. And that's the information. You should be able to type in a question on the phone. Some chat. Right? And because they already have that information, the response is built in the system, you get a response. You should be able to go in some app and calculate your contribution. Right? See it in real time. We're too much in an analog age and we ain't set for this digital world. And that is why I was quite surprised that we missed out on so many opportunities during COVID. You see a whole government lugging suitcase of money, village after village. Heavy security. Why? So them boys could thief out more. Right? Giving you a pink slip, and then they sign your name and so on a green slip and throw it in a bin and keep the receipt. Keep the carbon copy to show that you receive money. Forging signatures. You know when people buy house and car and open big business who are part of that enterprise there? Yeah? And we should have been asking folks, encouraging folks to open a bank account. You think Uncle Sam could do that? Go village to village in the US and hand out $1,200 for COVID relief, $1,600 US for COVID relief per person, per family. Soon as Uncle Sam announced we're giving little money, cha-ching it in your bank. Cha-ching it in your bank account. And we got to get up to the times. Get up, talking about Uncle Sam. We got to get up to the times. Talking about Uncle Sam. Right? We got to get with the times, folks. Look at what we're covering regionally. Barbados has turned 57. Quite like us, a young nation. Quite like us. Happy independence to them. The folks in BIM, happy independence to all our folks in BIM. They've turned 57, folks. 57 years young. 57 years young. We want to say happy independence to all the folks who join us from BIM and all our Barbadian brothers and sisters. Happy independence to them. Happy independence, guys. Right? And then I think we got something international we want to share with you, good folks, as well as we wrap up this morning. Yeah, somebody sabotaged a tunnel that feeds energy, they say, between the two countries, and we are watching to see how things get affected, if at all, by this. A tunnel sabotage, right? Sabotage and saboteurs. They say that Russia uses the route for military supplies, and there was an explosion that they're deeming as a sabotage to paralyze this main link to China. Right? Of course, they're trying to clamp down on the supplies that Russia getting from China to bombard Ukraine. So they're deeming this as a sabotage. Yeah. Yeah. Watching that, we heard Hamas released 2 prisoners overnight in respect to Putin. That was interesting. In respect to Putin, 2 Russian hostages were released. In respect to Mr. Putin. So we're watching that as well. Good folks, great folks, we're watching that as well. And that's some of what we have for you this morning. Some of what we got for you this morning, folks. Thanks for being here with us this morning. Valid, credible information. Always and all the time. Valid and credible. What are you guys running off to do today? Do let us know. What are you good folks rushing off and running off? We hope that you guys have a fruitful day. You have a productive day. Steve and Janet and Jason, Edward, Donna, Wendell, and all the other folks joining us this morning. Have a great and fantastic day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the comments this morning, keeping us alive and alert and on our feet. Edward Brooms and Donna, Linden, Sandra Hanover. Auntie Sandra, I see you on the live. I met your sister in Region 1. Yes, I met Joy in Region 1. You see, we all connected in this country, you know. I was quite surprised. You know, Auntie Sandra from Diamond on the East Bank got relatives all the way in Region 1. I didn't know why I didn't know that Joy was in Region 1. And I got some good hospitality there, thanks to Joy and the other folks. Joy on the live this morning, girl. Thank you, Sandra, for being on the live this morning. And Debbie Collins, Leon, Amabel Clements, Spurry Lee, and all the other folks joining us this morning. Have a great rest of the day. That's going to do it for us at this end, good folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. Thanks to all of you for joining the broadcast this morning. That's our time, good folks. And that's our program. Stay safe, folks, and alert out there. That's our time. Everett and Jason, Savannah, and Montel Warren. Good to have you, Savannah Page and Karen, and all the other folks. That's our time this morning. That's